out to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
18, watch out! Stop!
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. That's the 30 for the extra yards to the 43. They're going to run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
And that's run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Play action, and now here's part of the field. That's caught downfield by Kittle. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 33.
This offense has come out swinging here this game. They pick up a huge chunk on that pitch and catch. And the two of them have this offense moving in the right direction to start this game.
Yellow.
First down, this is McCaffrey. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
Typically, you think it's the strong safeties that are better tight yards, especially closer to the line of scrimmage against traffic. But in this case, I mean, free safety coming up and making the big time play.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Purdy off the play fake. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over it that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well. Think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, time to call the play.
Get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they like, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. He brings up 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw a tackle. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. Elijah to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards at Buffalo, 1st down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try to get us ahead and try to keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Here's Howard. He's hit there and found out. Nick Bosa is so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, That's where he can really hurt you.
He will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
I like what they tried to do there, tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Allen going to go on fourth down. That's taken in. It's Keon Coleman. But they're going to wrap him up, and he'll go down well short of the first. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Kick! Up!
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he edges forward. I think it's a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
Made by Jordan
Going to
Phillips.
43. Here's second down and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7. At the Bills.
Here's second and throw here. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
For Ricky
Haven't been a
Pearson.
corner that's worth his salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the
Get
first.
set! Watch out!
Connects with Kittle underneath. Getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big play there on the catch and run. And we'll move the chains.
Another nice play there. They came down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up for the 1st and 10.
Purdy going to give it to Pearson on the RPO. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Get set!
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. They lost 4 there, and it's third down.
16-yard line.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Up! 18! Watch out! Stop!
Purdy. Pass caught by Pearson. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A third down pickup of 5.
It's fourth
If this
down.
were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a fourth down.
He's got his running back on the backfield. Christian McCaffrey from 10 yards out. And the 49ers take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Niners 14, Bills nothing. Eddie Pinheiro set
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're And how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6.
It's a gain of
A big play here for Buffalo. 53 yards.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Big run with Trump. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Allen gonna throw. Swinging this on wide moving Cook. This will line up a loss on the play. We have here a third and goal. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
Allen now on third and goal. Allen gonna run with it. He's caught. Touchdown. Josh Palmer from 8 yards out. And the Bills are back within a score. Well, he scrambled outside of the pocket and wondered what was going to happen there. He fired a dart. That's what happened.
He certainly did. Scrambled left, looked left, and then left it in the receiver's hands with some dispatch.
In the receiver's hands, in the end zone for the score. 14 for the extra point. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Matt Prater is set to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high offenses that you face. Athletics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Yellow.
Now Purdy. Will get this underneath to McCaffrey. 4 yards the game. They're going to bring up a third down.
That's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Well, he has a big gain inside the 30 before the game dropped. So it's gain from the 39. This time from the other side of the field. Here's first and 10. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Purdy sets up to throw again. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going in. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
When you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Here's Purdy. Connects with Kittle underneath. Purdy, 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts.
George Kittle.
As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
At the 22-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Outside. Ready, team. Ready, up.
Again with a big tight end, George Kittle. San Francisco will call their 2nd timeout. As they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Just do not. Fire, rush up. Yellow. Stop.
Once more, Purdy looking through. Toward the end zone, and that's going to wind up incomplete.
George Kittle.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Out. Yellow. Ready, team. Watch out. Yellow. 21. Stop.
On 4th down, here's Purdy. That's Dmajor back complete. And the 49ers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Get set. Get set. Ready, team. Watch out.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
This is surprisingly for a standpoint. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Ready, team. Watch out. Love it, love it. Yellow. Yellow.
Purdy now to throw. He's caught. He's brought down. No timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
A 6-yard gain
53.
brings up 3rd and
He
goal.
quickly clocks it, and they're going to have a good shot at getting 3 here before the break. Likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
Get set. Get set. Yellow. Ready, team. Watch out. Stop.
Final play of the half. Purdy. That is covered. Great effort there. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Niners will extend their lead here just before halftime. And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here.
The 49ers will line up for the
Ready,
2-point
team. Watch out.
conversion.
Stop.
The final shot before break. Purdy. He is in the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime.
Bill 7. Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. So we hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Set to
the Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest approach to the year, but for them to start coming back, they've got to start putting more pressure on their defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Here's Allen to throw. Completes to Shakir once again. Way down to the 9. A big play here for Buffalo. 53 yards. First and goal. They've got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Buffalo.
Five. Look out.
Allen now looks to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown. Josh Palmer. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bills come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point good by Prater. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. 14. Touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where they can try to get momentum back. Maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
8 yards.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
So a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Get set. At 18, watch out. H-Rail, corner. Stop.
They'll try and pick it up in McCaffrey. And a solid run here as they pick his way down to the 42-yard line. First down, San Francisco to pick up 14 yards.
49er. Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Uno. Yellow.
They stay on the ground. He's got it to about the 40. In the first half, he was hanging check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Get set. 18, Watch out! Start!
Play action. Now Purdy.
This throw is going to be incomplete. This is the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because he was there to help break that pass up.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down.
Outside! Start!
Purdy looking to throw. It's pass to Jones, and he makes the catch. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. Eddie Pinheiro on now.
Field goal.
On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A big one coming for kicker Eddie Pinheiro.
For the field goal.
This to make it a 2-score game. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will extend their lead even further. So that CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal to start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
At their own 35-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last 3 made it a 2-score game. Heck of an effort there as he can make the diving catch.
13 yards on the play. And the Bills first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now Allen. He's able to get it to Coleman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
A gain of 24
That one goes for 24 yards.
That's another Bills.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
At the 27-yard line.
56, 56. Middle.
Throwing now is Allen. And this is Cook with the ground. And that's going to pick up of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
James Cook. 10 yards on the
Again, they'll throw it out.
To
the 39, but it's incomplete.
This gentleman was going a little tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
What's that?
They'll run it. Here's Cook. He gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
That's another Bills. First down. A gain of 7. First down.
To the air. Allen. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. This is Cook. Bills touchdown. Keon Coleman from 10 yards out. And the Bills have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening, but they found the opening and exploited it.
There's certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. And this is caught. And that could be an important 2 points that gets it back within a field goal.
Bills 22.
So they got their touchdown. Now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. its job. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball to the team kicking it in an onside kick situation. The numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line. And that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay. Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards. And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay. That flag, that'll push him back 5.
Chester, sending love from a bass compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure. I don't really want to brag, I'm just telling that I'm leaving with a bag. High five to the scarred and the strange. From the